My greetings to all the participants of the conference. I appreciate the organization committee who invited me to participate in it, and it's my pleasure to be talking to so honorable gathering. Who am I? I am Ludmila, an educator from Russia. I represent a family business and with deep historical academic roots. In the new history of Russia, for the last 30 years, I own and run private schools with the broadest age spectrum to 1,500 participants, students, clients who are learning a dialogue. You will ask, what is a dialogue? A dialogue is an equal in rights ability to come to agreement and to understanding. And of course, it needs to know foreign languages. At the moment, actually, as I said, we are a successful business, but at the moment, we are redesigning the product because now the transformation makes us to think much about what can be converted into digital world and what cannot be changed. But to finalize it, I should say that we have the product, it has the demand, and we know that it is based, all the offline success is based on psychology, on outdoor social experiences, in global trainings, and we really look forward for scaling it all over the world, and of course in reaching it with new digital things. So many things can be done in the digital form, but not everything. As I have successed that offline success does not mean that we are going for sure to be successful in the digital market. So online products, there is a special world with special rules, and of course we are learning all educational products which appear from time to time, but still we have not found any platform or maybe small unit concerning psychology when we teach a dialogue, because a dialogue of cultures is based a lot on emotional details. Let us say how to replace the emotions which we gain after outdoor social experiences. Or let's take, for example, global trainings and all what we experience during the travel when we meet people in different countries, and how to replace it again in digital educational product. At the moment, we are in the process of looking for the programmers who can deal with emotional things. But we are not so lucky at the moment, so we cannot replace it. But there are good news, and the good news is about that we have access when we were limited to find the experts in something. What I mean saying that we can learn from people who generally recognized achievements and to get the knowledge from them. Let us remember, we can learn leadership from former President of the United States, Bill Clinton. We can learn singing from world-known singer Christina Aguilera. Or cooking, if you are interested in this part, we can learn from Gordon Ramsay. Or let us think about writing and what we can learn from Malcolm Gladwell, and so on. There is a big good news. And that is all can be thought about success factors learning for adults. But I'm going to take the disadvantage or digital challenges when we say illusions versus reality. When experts had to gain the right or to be recognized equal to so-called info gypsies, who actually has no big experience or even known for their wrong or even bad influences on people. Okay, today is a new era, and today we are talking about the drivers in new era, and we really want to be in the market, in Russian market, abroad the borders of Russia, in Russian-speaking world, and of course just in the world. What I mean how our company or the group of companies who is united at the moment, how we are going to live in the nearest 10 or 15 years. First of all, I should announce the strategy which we have chosen recently, and it took us to think for about 5 years. Strategy is about why, for what, how we are going to do. We are familiar that actually many people take the strategy for the nearest time as hard and soft skills. Of course, we understand. We can't say that it is unnecessary, but what is more important and how to become faster than the others, we decided that the strategy is not about hard and soft skills and technologies in all ways. We think that the main and the most important way, that is how to teach large-scale thinking in new era. And we have come to understand that it is going to be in three main parts. Number one, who we take into consideration, what we are going to change in our thinking, in in leaders' thinking for a client. Then we are thinking technologies, how we are going to deal in the nearest 10 or 15 years in technologies, how we are going to develop in this. And number three part, that is about how we are going to help our team to catch up with the leaders. And again, it's not right away. Our strategic matrix has 3 tables for these 3 parts. Client and run changes. We are going to make the transition to add products based on knowledge, tools, and experiences with new technologies, with new digital technologies. As for technologies, we do have some of them, but we want to make stand out educational products in verticals. What I mean, to make them the best in something. We think that it's going to be in adult learning. And as I have said, we are meaning now we are going to teach thinking and thinking reasoning. And as for team, of course, innovation technologies. They should be familiar what is going on around us in Russia and abroad. And what is what we concentrate or focus on, we are going to think about the depth of business process and how they're going to be regulated in our management digital system. That is for the nearest 1, 2, 3 years. Then we are going to another stage of our transformation that is about bigger change. We are going to work with the world in different languages. We are going to find the new markets in the world and in Russia and in Russian world outside of borders of Russia. We are going to combine our present educational products into bigger platforms, and of course we are going to work not just with adults, we are going to work with children, how to make it easier for when they grow up to understand this new world. And of course we are talking about team that is IT digital skills. There should be automatic comparison to our time when it is not so automatic, or maybe not equal among different team members. And of course, maybe in 10 or 8 years, we can talk about digital ecosystem when all our companies for a client will be with no division for the companies. That will be ecosystem which introduces different interesting for a client services which can provide for them. We are looking for the new partners all over the world who would value thinking as number one in strategy before introducing technologies and skills. And of course, we want to make a strong international consortium consisting of a bigger number of members than we have now. We are looking for partners.